training and capacity building is crucial for organizations to develop its competency. A trainer needs to know what is the competency of the organization, its performance, and where the standards have to be taken. The capacity building also helps in spreading best practices through systems. There has been plenty of best practices in the country which needs to be informed to all the people who are around, and also there is a need for understanding what is required by each of the organization. What is important is the quality, and also it is important that the trainer needs to understand the people whom he is working. There has been a lot of competency based model in our country, and the national training policy also talks about the same thing, that there has to be both professional and functional competencies. A trainer or the capacity building exercise needs to focus on that. The second important point will be that learning environment has to be very good. What we see why the capacity building is not doing well is that do we create an environment for the things to happen. There are best practices, there are good trainers, there are good capacity building, but the environment for the people in which they can learn more, that is required. The second very other important crucial thing will be evidence based learning. There have been lot of best practices. The Prime Minister's Award is going on for last 10 years, and there has been focus on that it should be upscaled, or it should be also told to people how to go about it. So I feel that the competency based learning along with an environment for learning is very crucial. The third thing which I already said, that there is a requirement for evidence based learning. The other point which I think that there has to be promotion of continuous collaboration between the learning environment and the people whom we are going to train. There is a possibility that what we are going to talk or what are going to be learnt may not be relevant to the people. If it is not relevant, people do not come forward for it. There is a management saying that people go and people ask this question, what is in it for me? If they see that there is a benefit, they will come. So that is very important to understand the requirement of the people for whom the training is being done. The last point we will see that to meet the needs and also to meet the level of participation is very important. There may be a mixed group. There has been issues, like I like to give an example. When I was in training in ATI, there we had groups where we got the municipal commissioners and also we got the mayors, and we made them sit together. When we made them sit apart, the questions and the problems which came up were different, but when we made them sit together, there was a lot of learning from each other. So that is also important, that how we focus on the training. To close my points, I'll also like to say that addressing all learning styles, there has been a pedagogy in learning, there has been adult learning, there has been a participatory learning. So there are various methods of learning, there are various methods of training and capacity building. All methods are good. There have been case studies method, there has been participatory method, there has been role play method, and there are other methods by which we make people do a project, so they are involved in the learning. But I'll say that all types of learning is possible, and for that the trainer needs to know the environment, the needs, the standards needed, and a combination of all these. Thank you very much.